Walker, an absolute hero. He's one of my favorites. When I think of actors, I think of this man. Of course, the wonderful Steve Buscemi. Steven, get up here. Oh my good, wonderful to see you. Isn't it wonderful? Sit down here. I love this man. I wish someone had sent me an advance reel. That would have helped. But it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Doing well?
Very well indeed. I haven't seen you for so many years.
It's been a few years.
It has been a few years. It was in the old daytime show.
Yeah.
We used to do it at the Beverly Garland Motel, and one day she came in a stupor, get the hell out, and we had to move. And now we're here, literally at the Netflix Home Sweet Home Lounge. So we're going down. We're going bad down. Let me ask you something. You've been nominated. This is the ISSA. Do you have an ISSA?
What is an ISSA?
Independent Spirit Award.
Yeah.
ISSA.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yes, I do.
For what?
For Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, yes.
For Ghost.
You got one for Reservoir Dogs?
I did, yeah.
So there wasn't a big competition that year?
No.
No. It was just
right
you and who?
I think it was just me.
Pauly Shore for Action Hero or whatever that film he made, and that was just two in that category that year. Does that make you feel badly that it was basically a gift?
No, because I like gifts.
A gift package. Why else would you be here?
Yes.
Are you presenting tonight?
No.
So you're just in the audience.
I came to see you. Yes.
Oh, isn't it? I love this boy. You started. Where were you? When did you? How? Who did? What was the?
I directed a movie. That's what it is.
You directed a movie.
And Sienna Miller is nominated.
Oh, Sienna Miller, she's so gorgeous. Oh, I'd love to. And you never know what's politically correct anymore because the values keep changing. But I think the correct way to phrase it in 2008 is I'd love to mount her. Is that right?
No, I'd be careful.
Well, you see, I don't know. You get the fads going and fun, but she's awfully pretty is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And what's your film about?
It's called Interview.
Interview?
Yes.
And is it about what?
An interview, basically.
Oh my God, hence the title Interview.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
It's kind of
see,
an
that's
interview
called
that goes
reverse
awry.
marketing that I love.
It's an awkward kind of interview. It doesn't go well.
It doesn't? Well, like this. Now, and do you have the satisfaction when you're working with someone, a lesser actor than yourself, because you're such a brilliant actor, don't you want to just go in there and take over and do it for them? That's a good question, isn't it?
It's a very good
I prepare very little.
It's good.
But that one I thought about in advance.
But I think the key is I always work with actors that are better than me. So they make me look good.
That's not possible. When I saw you in Ghost World,
yes,
I think it's one of the great performances in the world. And weren't you nominated for an ISSA?
I was.
And you lost.
No, I won.
Oh, that's what you should have lost. Well, have you ever been nominated and didn't win?
Yes, I was nominated for Mystery Train.
Mystery Train. Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, didn't win that one, and I was nominated for a script I wrote for Trees Lounge.
Trees Lounge wonderful. You directed that.
I did.
Oh my God! See, this is what you call a double threat. 1.5 threat, if you, and I won't say where the half goes, but it's better than just being a single threat in this man's Hollywood, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I agree.
This is wonderful. And what's next for us, Steve Buscemi?
Well, Stanley Tucci and I are starting our own production company called Olive Productions, and we want to direct movies and star in movies and have our friends be in movies, and we want to make movies.
You want to make movies.
Yeah.
And Tucci usually bald people scare me.
Yeah, but he's a nice.
Well, I suppose he is, but there's not a hair to be found. It's like when I first saw him the other day, I went up and I said, congratulated him on Deal or No Deal. And I realized that's the wrong guy.
Yeah.
He's Stanley Tucci. It's so wonderful. And he's a wonderful spirit. I interviewed him on Broadway, you know.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And he was a good boy. A good boy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy indeed. Who's been your influence? And who do you hate?
Don't hate anybody.
Liar!
My influence, Robert Altman, John Cassavetes.
John Cassavetes. What a wonderful filmmaker and a wonderful actor.
Yes.
Rosemary's Baby.
Right.
Wonderful. And Altman, we lost him this year.
We did.
What a great spirit. What an original spirit. So you're intrigued by the improvisers.
I am. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think their films look like they were improvised, but I don't think they were, and I think that's
the gift.
That was the genius.
That's the gift of an Altman or a John Landis. You didn't mention him. Don't you like him?
I do like him, yes.
You didn't mention him.
Well, I was getting to it.
I don't think you were.
Well, you never know. I could have done that.
You could have, but you didn't.
I didn't. It's okay.
And you don't like Steven Spielberg.
I love Steven Spielberg.
How come you didn't mention him? I left you ample room.
Well,
you said Cassavetes.
Yeah.
You said Altman. Pause.
I was in the beginning of the alphabet. I had Altman, then I got to Cassavetes.
Oh, that's clever.
I was
See,
going
you're
down
clever.
the alphabet.
That's a very clever answer. You're a good boy. You're a smart boy. You were born in Brooklyn.
Yes.
And can I assume to intense poverty?
Well, no,
Yes, obviously,
no,
yes,
not intense.
obviously. And no, not a lot of education.
I went to school.
Yeah, but you didn't really finish it, did you?
I did.
No, I bet he didn't.
I graduated high school.
You graduated high school.
Yeah.
Well, that's like someone saying, I rode the bus today. I mean, that's not saying much. Did you go to
Saying
college?
something. No.
Loser. Why would you have gone to college?
I tried. I tried.
They wouldn't accept you.
They did.
They
But
did?
I didn't. It just wasn't for me.
What was your first movie?
First movie was called Parting Glances.
Parting Glances.
Do you remember it?
No.
You see it? No. Okay.
What did you do in it?
I played a musician. I played a musician who was it's actually the first movie that had a character who had AIDS, and it was
Parting Glances.
place
Didn't
in
see
New
it.
York City.
Isn't that wonderful? So and how many and you just keep working and you've done all the Coen Brothers film and they always have you die in the film. But they don't like you.
I think they like me.
I don't think they like you.
Well,
You have violent deaths in all these films. That's got
lot
to be
of them,
passive aggressive. A therapist would have a field day with
I shouldn't work with them.
it. You shouldn't work with them at all.
You're right. I won't.
Why don't you? And I'll tell you who you won't work with: Spielberg or Landis, because because you
not.
dissed them.
Yeah.
You dissed the popular Jason Reitman. You didn't mention him, and he's hot.
I was
He's
getting
hot.
to him. He's very hot. Yeah.
Because of the R's thing.
The R's,
The
yeah.
R's. Joe Dante. Now wait a second. Now when you looked at the screen, you went to the movies as a kid. Who are the actors that you said, my God, he's mesmerizing. My God, that's a movie star.
And Margaret.
She.
Bye bye, Birdie. Yeah.
Yes, because of the sweater.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to mount her.
I had a crush on her. Yeah.
You had a crush on her, and you wanted to crush her. Isn't this wonderful? This is one of the great actors because he's convincing in everything he does. In everything he does, he adds honesty and truth. And it's an honor to speak to Steve Buscemi. Have a
Thank you.
wonderful ceremony.
Thank you so
I
much.
love you, sir.
I love you too.
Give me a hug. Steve Buscemi, ladies and gentlemen, a national hero.